The encounter. The vast emptiness of space stretched before the U.S. Indomitable, its titanium alloy hull gleaming under the distant starlight. Commander Elena Reyes stood at the command center, her dark eyes reflecting the holographic displays that surrounded her. At 42, she carried herself with the confidence of someone who had earned her position through merit rather than politics, her cropped black hair streaked with premature silver, a testament to 15 years of service in Earth's interstellar defense force. "Status report," she commanded, her voice calm but authoritative. Lieutenant Kira Chen, the ship's sensor officer, looked up from her station. "All systems nominal, Commander. We're maintaining standard patrol pattern along the outer defense perimeter. Nothing unusual to report." The Indomitable represented humanity's greatest achievement in space warfare technology, a vessel capable of both diplomacy and devastating force. At 1,200 meters in length, it housed a crew of 320 specialists, each among the best Earth had to offer. Its gravitic propulsion system allowed for near-instantaneous acceleration without subjecting the crew to crushing forces, while its adaptive defense field could withstand impacts that would vaporize lesser ships. Commander Reyes nodded, satisfied. The outer defense perimeter marked the boundary beyond which unauthorized vessels would trigger Earth's elaborate early warning system. After the resource wars of 2187 and humanity's subsequent unification under the United Earth government, the species had turned its full attention to the stars. 50 years of exploration had yielded discoveries beyond imagination, but also the sobering realization that they were not alone. "Commander," Lieutenant Chen's voice cut through Reyes' thoughts, a hint of urgency breaking her usual composure. "Sensors are detecting an anomaly at coordinates 227 Mark 43. Reyes straightened. "Define anomaly, Lieutenant." Chen's fingers danced across the holographic interface. "Energy signature unlike anything in our database. It's fluctuating in a way that suggests artificial manipulation rather than natural phenomena." "Put it on the main display." The central holographic projection shifted, displaying a pulsing orb of light that seemed to distort the space around it. As they watched, the anomaly expanded, then collapsed inward before stabilizing into a distinct shape, a vessel of some kind, though unlike any human design. "Size comparison," Reyes asked. "Approximately 1,800 meters in length," Chen reported. "Mass readings are inconsistent. It appears to be partially phased between dimensional states." Dr. Sanjay Kapoor, the ship's xenobiologist and first contact specialist, stood from his station. "Commander, this matches theoretical models for Type IA civilization technology, manipulation of matter and spacetime at a quantum level. If this is a first contact scenario, then we follow protocol," Reyes finished. "Lieutenant Commander Davis, bring us to alert status. All non-essential personnel to secure stations. Weapon systems on standby, but passive. Lieutenant Chen, continue sensor suites. Maximum sensitivity. Dr. Kapoor, prepare the first contact package." The bridge crew moved with practiced efficiency, each action precise and deliberate. Humanity had prepared for this moment for decades, developing protocols based on thousands of theoretical scenarios. Yet Reyes knew that theory rarely survived contact with reality. "Unknown vessel is accelerating toward our position," Chen reported. "Current trajectory will bring them within communication range in 3 minutes." Reyes tapped her neural interface, connecting directly to the ship's communication system. "This is Commander Elena Reyes of the United Earth vessel Indomitable. We welcome peaceful contact and offer open communication. Please identify yourselves and state your intentions." The message was broadcast across all standard frequencies, accompanied by mathematical sequences that demonstrated human understanding of universal constants, a language that any sufficiently advanced species should comprehend. For 30 seconds, silence filled the bridge. Then, the main display flickered, and a cascade of symbols flooded the screen. complex patterns that shifted and rearranged themselves in what appeared to be a form of visual language. "The computer is attempting to analyze," Dr. Kapoor said, his voice hushed with excitement. "It's remarkably complex, not based on any linguistic structure we've encountered or theorized." Before the computer could complete its analysis, the symbol stopped. The display cleared, and in its place appeared a figure. The alien was vaguely humanoid, with a torso, head, and limbs, but the similarities ended there. Its skin, if it could be called that, seemed to shift between solid and liquid states, with colors that cycled through the electromagnetic spectrum. What might have been eyes were dark orbs that reflected no light, set in a face with no discernible mouth or nose. "We are the Voidborn," came a voice through the ship's speakers, the words in perfect English, but with a resonance that seemed to bypass the ears and speak directly to the mind. "We have observed your species for some time. Your expansion concerns us." Reyes maintained her composure. "Despite the implications, we are peaceful explorers, though we maintain defensive capabilities. We seek only understanding and mutual respect." The alien figure seemed to shimmer. "Understanding is irrelevant. Respect is earned. Your species is young, barely emerged from planetary existence. You have yet to prove your worth." "Worth is subjective," Reyes responded evenly. "We believe all sentient life has inherent value. We don't seek to prove ourselves to anyone but ourselves." "Admirable, but naive," the alien responded. "The cosmos is not governed by beliefs, but by capability. Those who cannot defend themselves are absorbed by those who can. It is the natural order." Lieutenant Chen's voice cut in, low and urgent. "Commander, the alien vessel is generating massive energy readings. They're activating some form of weapon system." Reyes kept her eyes on the alien image. "Are these the actions of a species interested in peaceful communication?" "Communication was never our intent," the Voidborn representative stated flatly. "We are here to assess your species' defensive capabilities. If found wanting, your resources will be harvested for more worthy civilizations. If found adequate, you will be granted observer status within our collective." "We reject those terms," Rice stated firmly. "Humanity doesn't submit to ultimatums. Submission is not requested. It is inevitable. We will demonstrate our superiority, and you will understand your place." The transmission cut abruptly. Lieutenant Commander Davis moved to Reyes' side. "Orders, Commander." Reyes' mind worked through scenarios at lightning speed. Earth was 20 light-minutes away, too far for immediate reinforcements. The Indomitable was powerful, but facing unknown technology from an apparently advanced civilization. "Defensive Formation Alpha," she ordered. "Activate all defense systems, but hold weapons. Let's see what they've got before we show our hand. And send a quantum burst transmission to Earth Command with all sensor data we've collected." The massive engines of the Indomitable hummed as the ship maneuvered into position, its defense fields shimmering to life. On the main display, the alien vessel began to pulse with energy, sections of its hull opening to reveal what appeared to be weapon emplacements. "They're charging weapons," Chen reported. "Hold position," Rice commanded. "All personnel, brace for potential impact." The alien ship released a beam of coherent energy that defied conventional physics, seeming to bend space-time itself as it traveled toward the Indomitable. It struck the defense field, which flared brilliantly under the assault. "Defense field holding at 82%, Davis reported. "Adaptive algorithms are already compensating for the energy pattern." Reyes allowed herself a small smile. "They underestimate us. As our visitors might say, that's naive." The alien beam intensified, and the defense field flickered momentarily before stabilizing. "Defense field at 68%, Davis updated. "They're scanning us while they attack, analyzing our defensive capabilities." "Let them look," Reyes said, her voice steel-edged. "Lieutenant Commander, prepare the kinetic response package. If they want to test us, We'll show them exactly what humanity is capable of. As the alien beam continued its assault, the Indomitable's defense field adapted. The massive quantum computers that managed the ship's systems learning and adjusting with each passing second. Humanity might be young by cosmic standards, but they had learned long ago that adaptation was the key to survival. The Voidborn were about to learn that humans were very, very good at surviving. Proving ground. The Voidborn energy weapon continued its relentless assault, prodding the Indomitable's defenses with increasing intensity. Commander Rice watched the tactical display with calculated patience, allowing the alien force to believe they were gaining the upper hand. Defense field at 41%. Lieutenant Commander Davis reported, his voice steady despite the stakes. They're modulating their beam frequency to counteract our adaptive algorithms. Rice nodded, just as we expected. Dr. Kapoor, what's your assessment of their attack pattern? The xenobiologist studied his displays, where complex waveform analyses scrolled past. It's methodical, almost academic. They're not trying to destroy us outright. They're conducting what amounts to a field test. Each modulation is designed to gather data about our defensive capabilities. Then let's give them something interesting to study, Rice decided. Lieutenant Chen, activate the quantum mirror protocol. Chen's fingers danced across her console. Quantum mirror active. Commander. The Indomitable's defense field suddenly shifted, its energy signature reconfiguring to match the incoming Voidborn weapon beam. Rather than simply absorbing or deflecting the energy, the field began to capture and redirect it, creating a feedback loop that sent the aliens' own power back against them. On the tactical display, the Voidborn vessel's weapon emplacements flared with unexpected energy surges. The beam weakened, then cut off entirely. Their weapon systems are experiencing power fluctuations, Chen reported, unable to keep a note of satisfaction from her voice. They didn't expect us to be able to reverse engineer their technology so quickly. Humanity's greatest strength has always been our ability to adapt, Rice said. Open a channel. The main display flickered, and the alien representative appeared once more, its form seeming less stable than before. Your defensive capabilities exceed our initial assessment, the Voidborn stated, its resonant voice now tinged with what might have been surprise. We're full of surprises, Rice replied evenly. Perhaps now you'd like to reconsider your approach to first contact. Adaptation is merely a primitive survival mechanism, the alien dismissed. It does not indicate worthiness. Our preliminary test was designed to calibrate our systems to your technological level. As if to emphasize the point, the Voidborn vessel began to shift, its hull reconfiguring into a more aggressive formation. Multiple weapon emplacements emerge, each glowing with building energy. They're preparing a multi-vector attack, Davis warned. Defense field can't protect against that many simultaneous strike points. Rice had anticipated this escalation. Execute maneuver theta. All hands, prepare for gravitational displacement. The Indomitable's engines engaged with sudden force, but instead of conventional movement, the massive warship seemed to bend the space around it. Using its gravitic propulsion system at full capacity, the ship created a localized distortion in spacetime, effectively shifting its position without physically moving through the intervening space. The Voidborn weapons discharge, multiple energy beams lancing through the void where the Indomitable had been a moment before. The human vessel reappeared 3,000 kilometers distant, its systems momentarily strained by the maneuver but intact. Successful displacement, Chen confirmed. Voidborn weapons missed completely. The alien vessel paused as if recalculating. Then it turned with impossible speed, its weapons reorienting. They've locked onto our new position, Davis reported. Defense field at 38% and recovering slowly. We can't sustain another full assault. We don't need to, Rice said calmly. Activate the Ravian system. Deep within the Indomitable, electromagnetic catapults charged as specialized drones, each the size of a small car but packed with advanced technology, were loaded into launch tubes. The ship's hull plates shifted, revealing the launch ports. Reagan system online, Davis confirmed. All units programmed and ready. Launch. The Indomitable shuddered slightly as 30 drones were simultaneously launched, accelerating to near-relativistic speeds within seconds. Each Raven drone was equipped with a miniaturized version of the ship's adaptive defense field and a specialized disruptor package. The Voidborne vessel fired its second volley, but this time the beams encountered the Raven drones, which intercepted the energy weapons while continuing their approach. The drones absorbed the impacts, their defense fields flaring briefly before they self-destructed in precisely calculated patterns around the alien vessel. The resulting explosions weren't conventional. Instead, they created overlapping fields of quantum disruption that interfered with the alien ship's partial phase state, forcing it fully into normal space. Their dimensional shifting capability is offline, Chen reported with barely contained excitement. They're fully materialized now. No more phase shifting to avoid conventional weapons. The RAVENs did their job, Rise acknowledged. Now for the main event. Weapons control. Lock all kinetic batteries on their primary propulsion nodes. Fire when ready. The Indomitable's weapon systems activated with ruthless efficiency. Unlike the energy weapons favored by the Voidborne, human military technology had evolved along different lines. The kinetic batteries fired projectiles at a significant fraction of light speed, each slug composed of dense metamaterials designed to maintain cohesion despite the relativistic velocities. Against the now vulnerable Voidborne vessel, the effect was devastating. The projectiles tore through the alien hull, their impact energy converted to heat and concussive force. The massive ship shuddered, sections of its structure breaking apart as critical systems failed. Direct hits on all targeted nodes, Davis confirmed. Their propulsion system is offline. They've lost approximately 40% of their hull integrity. The main display activated without prompting, the Voidborne representative appearing once more. Its form now flickered erratically, the colors no longer cycling smoothly. You have miscalculated, it stated, the mental voice now fragmented. We are but a scout. The collective will respond to this aggression. Ray stepped forward. This wasn't aggression, it was self-defense. You came to our territory, issued threats, and attacked without provocation. We responded accordingly. Your species is more formidable than anticipated, the alien acknowledged reluctantly, perhaps worthy of reconsideration. Here's what's going to happen, Ray said, her voice carrying the full authority of her position. You will power down your remaining weapons. You will share your technological specifications with us as a show of good faith. Then we will escort you to Earth, where proper diplomatic channels can be established between our peoples. The aliens seem to consider this. The collective does not negotiate from weakness. Neither does humanity, Rice countered. But we prefer cooperation to conflict. Your ship is damaged but salvageable. Your crew, presumably, still lives. Consider this an opportunity to learn about us properly, rather than through misguided tests of strength. After a long pause, the Voidborne representative's form stabilized somewhat. We accept your terms, temporarily. The collective will require a full assessment. Rays nodded. As will Earth. Lieutenant Chen maintained sensor lock on their systems. Lieutenant Commander Davis, keep weapons hot but stand down from immediate firing status. Dr. Kapoor, prepare a more comprehensive first contact package. As the bridge crew carried out her orders, Reyes gazed at the damaged alien vessel on the display. First contact had not gone as anyone had hoped or planned, but perhaps something valuable could still be salvaged from this encounter. Hours later, as the Indomitable escorted the crippled Voidborne ship toward Earth, Rice stood in her private quarters, dictating her report to Earth Command. The Voidborne, as they call themselves, represent a significant technological civilization, though I believe their initial assessment of humanity as primitive led them to underestimate our capabilities severely. Their phase-shifting technology and energy weapons are beyond our current development level, but our adaptive systems and kinetic weapons proved surprisingly effective against them. She paused, considering her next words carefully. Most importantly, this encounter has confirmed what we've long suspected. The galaxy is not a peaceful place waiting to be explored, but a contested space where different civilizations compete for resources and influence. Humanity must be prepared for the challenges ahead, while still striving to establish peaceful relations where possible. Reyes closed the report and walked to the viewport, where stars streamed past as the ship moved toward Earth. The damaged Voidborn vessel followed in their wake, a testament to humanity's resolve and ingenuity. The Indomitable had lived up to its name, and humanity had sent a clear message to the stars. We may be young, but we are not to be underestimated. Whatever came next, Reyes was confident that humanity would face it with the same determination and adaptability that had served the species since its earliest days on Earth. The journey to the stars would not be easy, but humans had never shied away from a challenge. In fact, they thrived on them.